Hello again. I want to apologize for the first 3 rounds of this commentary because the sound was terrible. I went and I listened to it and I'm not going to re-record it because I'm lazy, but like you can barely hear me speak and I had the sound turned up way too high on the video, so I've turned the volume down a couple notches and I'm going to try to talk louder, if that's okay with you. Here we are in round 4. I noticed the other thing is I haven't been giving actual opinions on game series as they come out. I'm going to try to do that some more. As I realized there's a lot I could have said that I didn't. So let's dive in. So it had been established in the last round that Maleficent found out about the Princesses of Heart, and she wanted to find them. But she doesn't know their true identity, so she sent Jafar out scouting. The first one he comes across is Princess Daphne from Dragon's Lair, and he has to fight Singe for her. Now, I have little to no experience with Dragon's Lair, but Daphne just looks like she's going to annoy me so much. Like, I've seen scenes of her actually talking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm captured, you should rescue me," and she's always smiling. I'm like, lady, you're way too happy about being in mortal peril. Like, why are you this happy that a dragon's kidnapped you? So, Jafar quickly realizes she's not of heart and destroys her. I think we could all tell Daphne was not the princess we were looking for. Hail Galaxar! I had to. He's still not one of my favorite CGI film villains, but why isn't that a meme? Why isn't Hail Galaxar a meme? Here he's battling General Stonecape, which I went and looked up how to pronounce that. At first I was going to be like, I am not even going to try. But I'm like, you know what? I can spare 2 seconds to go check on the wiki page how that's supposed to be pronounced. So Galaxar is feeling like destroying some planets. The super awesome robot mechs, which actually are pretty cool. And Stonecape flies in. And I found some interesting trivia while I was looking up how to pronounce his name, and he is apparently voiced by the same guy who does Mojo Jojo, which I find immensely entertaining. 1, because this guy seems to be typecast as monkeys. 2, because I'm wondering if that's a legitimate shout-out. And 3, because, well, I love Mojo Jojo, so... Never mind, that's Skunkape. I looked at Wikipedia for nothing! Nothing! They talked about the skunk ape, so I thought it was pronounced that way, and wow, okay, I should just shut up, except this is a commentary, or my job is to talk. My final comment about that was, that... Oh, this is, Reaction Faces, the battle. Yeah, Toon Master loves Sam and Max, Freelance Police, so that's how, I'm not even gonna try anymore with that guy's name. Got in. And Wario's like, oh my god! You have a giant heartless! And so then... Wait for it. Wario takes down Pete's monster and... Now it's Pete's turn to do the jaw drop. I was actually nicknaming this Reaction Faces the Battle before Kirby actually referred to it as Jaw Drop the Battle. Okay, this, we're gonna shift here, because this fight, like, they screwed up something with the editing, and they re-uploaded, Neocortex versus Ghost Freak, so I had the good version in the other tab. This is the remastered version. We're gonna watch that instead. Yeah, we're doing the good stuff. even though I don't really have much to say about Dr. Neocortex or Ghost Freak. I don't even know who Ghost Freak is. Oh yeah, that's that thing that came out of... Okay, yeah, now I'm with it. Oh, come on, load. So of course you'd want revenge on Neocortex, I get it. Might as well give an opinion now. We've been seeing a few villains from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I say Brawl is special for me, because it's like, that's the game that my high school friends and I always put in whenever we get together. It's like, it doesn't matter how long we've been apart, or how different we've grown, we always get together, it's like, you want to brawl? We turn on all the items, we turn on all the trophies. And my fighter is random, because I'm terrible at fighting games, so, I can pull a surprise victory with the Ice Climbers, and I can lose with Meta Knight, so I just set it on random. And Neocortex wins the crystal, and we can go back to our regularly scheduled program. I believe it's 4:40. Here we go. Now we have Maleficent versus Brig. This battle is like 10 times better when Brig is doing this to Maleficent instead of Terra, because then I can laugh at Brig for being stupid. Okay, well, admittedly, he probably doesn't know who Maleficent is in her own universe. She's probably not as famous as she is in ours. But, Brig, it's Maleficent! What were you expecting? Okay, Xehanort's obviously set up a gambit to try to test these two against each other and see how they work out for his plan. And Brig probably thinks Maleficent's going to be a pushover.
One more step and the coup goes boom. You think I'm going to fight fair?
You think she's going to fight fair? While you're playing with your gun, she's going to take out your freaking eye! Brig's story arc is one of those, like, at first I was really annoyed with it, because he was not... Zikbar was not a character that I really wanted to get that kind of backstory, but now that I look at it, his is actually done with really nice character depth that not that many other nobodies ended up with. Now we have Wily's Robot Masters versus... wait for it. Megatron. Yes, as I've said before, this is probably the incarnation of Transformers that will get me to actually like Transformers. And Wily and Doofenshmirtz are still doing their thing. That came out wrong. It did not mean to come out as shippy as it did. There's this joke among the villain tournament community. Kirby does not ship people. He just doesn't. He's like the one person, I'm sure there are more, but like most of us are avid shippers, either like seriously or for jokes, and Kirby just doesn't ship. And we're cool with this. He's a shippy wolf. And Megatron's now screwed. Wily thinks he's unleashed destruction upon him. Unless, of course, that's actually a portal to another dimension, but what are the odds of that? That's a nice use of Wily's Robot Masters. I don't really know that much about Mega Man, so I can't comment on them. But I know that Mega Man is quite beloved by a lot of the villain tournament community, so I have kind of a vicarious fondness for it because of that. I do love it when Frank tries to shoot him and it's just like, I'm putting up my invisible shield.
No way, as if.
And I almost feel like they had him use as if so many times in Birth by Sleep because everyone was making jokes about it in the fandom.
Just put that down.
Yeah, you're gonna lose more than an eye if you walk out on me.
Do something, right? And all I'm asking is that you hold up your end of the bargain.
Yeah, this tournament was really redeemed the Birth by Sleep villains
What's
for
a
me.
little
It's just,
scratch
I
on my
just did
face,
not
huh?
like,
All things
did not
considered.
like that game. But what I'm waiting for is for them to get into the 1 and 2, because those are the ones that I can really talk about what I liked. Jafar's recruiting Mother Gothel, which I love, because, you know, Mother Gothel, Tangled, good movie. Neocortex is being recruited by Robotnik. I think I'm just going to call him that. I should explain my history with Sonic the Hedgehog, because that's actually probably the most interesting game history I have. That'll come later. Because there's an alliance to be forged. Gruntilda is being dug out of her grave by Blabelda, and I feel dirty after I promised not to swear, and her name is literally Mangella. If you don't get it, go look it up. I'm not going to explain why that's dirty. That was actually, I used to hate WarioWare, because they would put all dirty jokes in, and then I actually watched the playthrough of Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm like, oh, actually, this is cool. I should stop being prude. Oh, LeChuck's boots are being picked up. I wonder if that's going to be a Chekhov's gun. A big, fiery Chekhov's gun. Uh-oh. That was not a portal to destruction, Dr. Wily. You've just sent Megatron to new levels of... I promised I wasn't going to say it. Yeah, Kirby's a purist when it comes to epilogues. He has to do Mine Heist or nothing. My history with Sonic the Hedgehog. That was like the first real game I ever had. I would always play it with my mom. When I was younger, like, I could ace Green Hill and Spring Yard Zone, and then make her do all the rest. Except that she couldn't get the final boss battle down, but I figured out the pattern, and so I'm like 8. And I beat the final boss battle for her, and we played through this a couple more times so we can get all the Chaos Emeralds. And I never did, this is the original one, I mean, on the Genesis. Like everyone else in school had an N64, I was the kid with the Genesis. And so I never played another Sonic game besides that one. I did get that one for a birthday in the Game Boy Advance edition, and I was like 14 then. So I was like, okay, I'm going to beat this on my own. And I got all the way to Scrap Brain level 3, which is the last level before the boss battle. And I had to earn like 3 continues and 15 lives, and I wasted them all dying in Scrap Brain level 3. And I know I can beat the boss battle because I did it when I was 8, and I remembered the exact pattern you needed to do to beat him. And I'm like, I know I can beat this game except for the second to last level. And then my next experience was watching the Game Grumps go through Sonic 06, which is hilarious. What is this? What is my life? That will forever be my favorite moment. I appreciate it, but look what we're dealing with here. Best Game Grumps moment. And that is my history with Sonic the Hedgehog. It is not a long one, but it is a special one. Let's move on.